All right.
All right, we're live.
All right. Let me retweet. You're not gonna be able to not react.
I'm trying my best, but probably not now. What a game.
Second quickie is now. I mean, we've seen him blow many games before, but if he blows this game, it's going to be soul crushing. And honestly, I don't know if you noticed it, but the third pitch of the inning was a gift strike, and I swear if we didn't get that call, who knows where we'd be right now. That was for sure a ball. He would have run that 3-0, and I feel like he would have imploded. And if Guillorme didn't make that play, we would be truly fucked. But
when he had that jam job single, you could see everybody in the field just like drop their heads. Yeah.
Yep. What's your honest guess right now?
I think I tweeted it out. I said statistically he can't blow it again, Kenny.
Oh, is that what we're gonna go with? Statistically, it's impossible.
All the math nerds are like, having a good season.
Yeah. This game right here, this is gonna be for all like the. We'll find out. Is he as actually good or not?
This is for like his Mets soul.
Whoa! Wow.
I think we're all in different parts right now. I don't know if we're all synced up or not. So this is gonna be very
I think I'm coming in third right now, which is going to kill me. Kyle's, I think, the fastest, then you, then me. So I'm just going to watch you guys.
This call to the bullpen, this chilling moment is brought to you by Coors Light, the only people keeping us chilled right now during Edwin Diaz save situations. We celebrate responsibly. Pop the top. Pop a Coors Light open when you need it, which we need it right now. When the gasoline god is on the mound trying to burn down the stadium, the only thing that can keep us chilling is Coors Light.
Just going back to that catastrophic Yankees game where everything was with 2 strikes and 2 outs. So from there on out, I just can't be confident until it's a fucking wrap.
What a play. That like diving catch. Oh, my God.
That really did not get enough love from Gary, Keith, and Ron. They were just like, oh, yeah, like, nice play. It's like, that was a fucking game saver right there. Probably would have been first and third, no outs.
He might have saved a life. Like, that was a lifesaver. There's people who were ready to just end it after that one.
See, no, I'm like on a plane back from Consolina. I'm like soaring back to
I can't believe Alonso has 11 home runs and leads the team already.
I mean,
it's when he gets hot, like he's fire.
Because he has these multi-home run games where all of a sudden he's right back in the mix.
Kevin, you're the Home Alone family right now, running back from Consolina in the airport.
I don't want to be sucked back in, but we're here for Coors Light to do these quickies from here on out, and I just can't. This is my problem. I mean, it's like a true addiction where it's like I have to just stay away from it, or if I'm in, I'm all the way in. Kyle is scaring me. I don't know what to watch here. Oh no! What is that? What is that movie?
I just saw what happened on Twitter.
What?
We got it.
Put it in the books.
Let's go.
Way ahead of me. I'm still not out of it yet. That's crazy.
It just ended here.
My mom probably had a heart attack watching that. 2 hands. I guarantee she was going, 2 hands. 2 hands.
Oh, love that. Old school.
Yo, a 8th inning fuck bomb from Pete Alonso to give this team the W. Huge defensive plays from Mike Conforto, Jeff McNeil, and Guillorme. I mean, God, if they had just played like this a little bit more during this season, we'd be in such a better position. You know, I mean, I've been saying all week to my mom I said in the quickie number 1 to start the night. Boy, Pete Alonso's hairline is struggling, huh? My mom has been saying, you can't abandon the team and all that. And I oh man, I'm all over the place. but it's not about abandoning. It's just about like, keeping your mental sanity. And in a year like this, it's so hard because everything's so fucking pressure packed and pressure cooked. But I keep saying, listen, we're a goldfish. We're 20-24 right now, but we just won right now, and that's all that matters. You win 2 games in a row, and you forget that 3 games ago you get blown out 15-0 or something. Mets fans are goldfish for good. We're goldfish for bad, and it leads to an insanely unhealthy mental situation. But right now, we're back on top. We're back on top. Hey, let's go. So, I mean, if we're going to keep hitting these home runs, and I'll take it. The long ball. Let's fucking go, man.
I cannot remember a time where we hit the ball, didn't have any starting pitching.
Over the ball.
Starting pitching, hit the ball, no relief pitching. Like every single game is something completely different. And it's in such a tight, packed vacuum that I'm like, is the team good? Am I going crazy? Or are we missing one piece every single night? It's like putting together the bronze monkey from Legends of the Hidden Temple, and you just can't get that last piece that you need to finish it up.
And what's crazy is that when they do each of those facets of the game at their peak, they do it very well. I mean, we talked about it earlier. Number 1 team in Major League Baseball in batting average, number 1 in on-base percentage, number 3 in OPS. When their offense clicks, it is very good. When they're starting pitching, starting pitching is Jake. So that's like when that's obviously that's the pinnacle of the game. When you see sliding catches from McNeil and Conforto with the catch of the year for the Mets, Guillorme rolling around the field, everybody plays a tight game. You can even see the defense play well. All of these, every facet of the game is, as good as it gets right now. But that's baseball. Like putting it all together is the problem. Over 9 fucking innings, night in and night out, that is the problem. So, it's you can simplify it to be like, oh, it's just about putting it all together. But it's like, yeah, no fucking kidding. It's about putting it all together. It's much easier said than done.
When your starting pitching gives you, 4 innings, 10 hits, 5 earned runs, that's like shattering a puzzle into 1,000 little pieces, and you have to put it all together to start together. And then it's like, instead of having like 5 pieces, like a 2-year-old's puzzle, we have all these other things we have to do. But the fucking long ball makes those puzzle pieces a lot bigger. Fucking multi bombs. The Conforto catch was, one of the most unbelievable catches I've ever seen.
Like eyes closed, just like throw your hand up. Gary was all over the map on that call, by the way. He said it popped out and he caught it a second time. There was none of that.
Howie nailed it too. Did you hear Howie?
No, I didn't hear his call. It was good.
Oh, Howie nailed it. You got to listen to it. I think Kyle retweeted it, right? He tweeted it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I'm watching the Mets post game here as we do our own. Happy birthday. Happy 55th birthday to Todd Pratt. He looks fucking great for 55. And I don't know if anybody out there, 55 fucking years old. You got that nice tan, probably a little hair club for men going. But he did I don't know if you watched the SNY pregame, but they did a game with Todd Pratt where you had to guess who. It was called Who Dis, which was very awkward having Gary Apple be like, hey, Todd Pratt, who dis? It's like, can't we just call it like, who is this? Or yeah. Anyway, they showed all of these people from Todd Pratt's past, and he could not guess a single one. They started off with Eric Valent, and he was like, I don't know who that is. I was like, it's Eric Valent. It's fucking Valent. And they showed, he didn't get a single one correct. It was like, yeah, if you ever thought that you were friends with Todd Pratt, he does not give a fuck about it. Anyway, back to the game at hand here. I was not scoreboard watching. What happened with the other 9 teams that we got to worry about?
The Braves blew their doors off. They had 22 runs the last time I looked.
Yeah, that was insane. Crazy. What's crazy? So we got to worry about the Marlins.
I think they're playing the Marlins.
We're in the hunt with the Reds and a bunch of teams that I just teams that I just have not even fucking thought about for a split second this year. That we're going to start scoreboard watching here as we go down the stretch. But let me see. So right now we are 4 games under 500 still, and We got the Brewers, the Rockies, the Giants, and the Reds are all like in the mix with the Marlins currently in the playoffs.
Wait. Todd Zeal, not Todd Pratt.
Yeah, Todd Zeal.
The whole time. Sorry.
I'm like, that's Todd Pratt these days. I was like, that looks like Todd Zeal.
I will shoot you straight. I took a 3-Chi gummy earlier, and I am zooming. So
the second time you said Pratt, I knew you meant Zeal, but I was like, I'm not going to cut him off. And then you said Pratt like 4 more times.
Oh yeah, Todd Zeal. My bad. That is the Delta 8 talking right now.
But if you can pull up on your computer what Todd Pratt looks like, Todd Pratt, there's a card from last year. He has a gut like me right now, and I was like, Todd Pratt cleaned up nice.
Oh my God! Wait till you see Todd Pratt.
Todd Pratt is not.
Holy shit! Wait. No disrespect to Todd Pratt, but oh my God!
Remember when Zeal did the play-by-play last year? Or he did the color when Gary had it was like Gary went away and Todd Zeal filled in, and it was an absolute. Yeah. Everyone was like giving him death threats and shit.
No, Todd Zeal is like this sexy, handsome motherfucker, and Todd Pratt.
He looked a little. Oh my God!
I knew something was wrong because all of a sudden, Chris Pratt entered my mind, and I was like, I know I'm doing something wrong here. But this edible is just, I can't, I could not access my brain. It was not going to happen. Okay. Anyway, back on track here. I mean, there's so many things to worry about. And what's so fucked right now is because of all of these, because of all the rainouts and Corona and shit, we're all kind of on different pages with different games played. I feel like we're watching hockey right now with like games in hand. It's all over the fucking map. It's going to be quite the home stretch here.
Well, that's the thing. The Marlins are like a full week behind everybody else, I feel like. They took a whole week off, so I don't know how many doubleheaders they've played since then. But they're playing – their roster is still the guys who are like no names that are all performing. It's like I can't even wrap my head around the fact that there's people that I've never heard of who are night after night, they're still winning ball games.
Well, this is why baseball is the stupidest goddamn sport in the world. The Marlins and the Orioles have no business being in here, and they're both in the mix for the American and National League. And you can play absolute scrubs, and there's a different hero every night. It's so stupid. It's a dumb sport, and I hate that I love it. And but at the same time, I can't seem to pull myself away from it. I can't get enough. So right now, if the season ended today, it would be the Dodgers versus the Giants. So we're trying to squeak in for that 8 seed, really, to win the right to get absolutely steamrolled by the Dodgers. But here's the thing, you get in with Jacob deGrom in a 3-game set, and you steal game 1, and all of a sudden you're in the driver's seat. So
and then you got Lugo game 2. I'm convincing myself.
Yeah, you are. You are.
Puerto Rican game 2. Let's go, man. You mentioned it before, but we got to talk about it more. Pete Alonso, 11 home runs, would be on pace for probably like 40 or 42 home runs if it was 162 games, which is nuts because he really did look pretty dreadful at times this season. And I don't know about you guys, but I just stayed quiet. I was just like, I don't want to use the regression word. I don't want to talk about sophomore slumps, but all season long, I kept sugarcoating it, saying things like, well, even if he slides a little bit, he's still like a 35 or 40 home run player. And then there were times this year where he was looking so bad that I was like, oh my God, what if it was the juice balls? What if it was a total fluke? And then, he has a few games with multi-home runs and he's just like right back at it. It's crazy. It's he has the propensity to just go off and get hot. And he's so fucking strong that even tonight that ball was off the end of the bat a little bit, and it's big fly.
That felt like last season, that late Pete Alonso bomb just to put you over the top after a comeback and steal the game. You're like, oh, that felt fucking good. That felt real good, Pete. That felt
bottom home run. There is really no bigger swing in like sports than that bottom of the 8th when you're the home team and you just like, bam, we got the lead. Like you go from like, I was worrying about extra innings and I'm thinking about the guy on second and who's going to pitch if this goes late. And then all of a sudden, like, bam, bam, you've got a lead. And, like, Diaz, let's close the door. And, all of a sudden, I was planning on being up for hours. And next thing you know, the game's over. So a huge swing from him, literally and metaphorically. So shout out to the Polar.
Who got the win?
Familia.
Skinny
Familia.
Skinny Familia.
I actually had to look it up. He's got 2 wins on the season.
I'll tell you what, by the way, the next time I see Chasen Shreve is I just can't take. I hate the name. I hate the way he looks. I hate every fucking thing about him. He is a tough one to watch in a Mets bullpen that is like goddamn a minefield where you never know who's going to blow up next. He is. I do not want to see him ever again.
I'm going to spin zone it. It took a little bit of heat off our boy, Jared the Mad Dog Hughes, by him being so bad. Jared just didn't have it today. He didn't have it. He's our family member. On the record, we're all family. He didn't have it, but he that's the thing about what I appreciate about him. He wears his emotions in his face. You can just tell he's like, I don't know where the fuck it's going. You know what I mean? He's like, I don't know.
He's one of those guys where it's definitely like, yeah, I have no idea where the ball is going to end up. But it's like, no kidding, dude. His delivery is so like it's half sidearm, but it's such a long motion, and it's like, yeah, no kidding. You don't know where it's going to happen.
And he's goddamn 6'7".
I know. It's all arms and legs and lanky, and it comes in hot, but it's just all over the goddamn place. That's what you get though. Had he listened to us instead of letting K-pop steal that Twitter poll of his. He said, let Twitter decide what my walkout music is, and K-pop stole it away from Who Let the Dogs Out. I think that was the turning point for him. If he just went with the Baja Man, we'd probably be fucking fine right now.
Kevin, listen, you've picked your fair share of fights, your fair share of online wars with people. Do not pick a fucking Twitter beef with the K-pop people. You're not ready for that.
I want no smoke. There are 2 groups in this world that I want nothing to do with right now. 1 is K-pop. 2 is the No Jumper Girls. Selena Powell DM'd me and she wanted me to tag her in my video again. She did this the first time. I don't tag them on purpose because I get so scared because I'm being such a disrespectful asshole to them. And all she cares about though is the tag. So I said to her, listen, I don't want any smoke with you guys. You scare me. And she goes, that's amazing. Now tag me. And I was like, okay. Whatever you want, girl. You and Slim Danger and Alicia, whatever her name is, fine. But them and K-pop, I want no part of it. So I keep looking at the picture here. So it looks like the bottom half of the 8 seeds: Phillies, Cardinals, Marlins, Giants. So if we can sneak in either that 7 or 8 seed there and face the Dodgers or the Cubs.
I mean, we got bad blood with all of those teams.
Everybody.
So no matter what happens, someone said that the Phillies and the Marlins have to have a 7-game series. They're playing 7 games against each other. So maybe they devour themselves and we go on some sort of run. Then we still got to deal with the Cardinals. Ugh.
God, everybody except for the Padres are the new face in town. But the Dodgers, we've had our playoff battles with. The Giants, obviously, Connor Gillespie. The Marlins have been a thorn in our side forever. The Cardinals can go fuck themselves for 06. The Phillies are a bunch of motherfuckers. Obviously hate the Braves. The Cubs I don't have really beef with because we got the best of them the one time we did really face them when it matters. And then the Padres are the new kid in town. But if somehow they sneak in, there's going to be some storylines already built in, ready to go,
That's the one thing that sucks about this Corona year is that you don't get like that 3 games in St. Louis where like it's one or the other. You basically eliminate each other. We're just kind of scoreboard watching the rest of the fucking year as you stay in your little bubble in the East. Which
we got to close against the Marlins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's it. Then I'm not getting my hopes up because closing against the Marlins just never works. That's always they just sit there and shit down our throat to end the season. This is such a weird one because this happened to me in 16 when I consoled, and then by the grace of God, we had a second half that we were able to sneak into that wild card game. But this would be the second time that I've ever consoled and then had a postseason appearance. But anything's possible. With this new format, you think that we'll have a under 500 team? Probably, right? At this pace?
I hope so. I kind of want that weird, funky team, that NFC West team that makes the playoffs and everyone loses their mind, like the Seahawks, and they win a home game and it just fucks everything. I want chaos in the Corona playoffs, absolute chaos.
It really might be though that with everybody facing each other, that it like mathematically someone's going to have to come out a little bit ahead. But it will be kind of shitty if there's like under 500 teams. But yeah, man, it's like
we got to face the Buffalo Blue Jays this weekend. We got a gauntlet to go through. We got DeGrom's throwing Friday on September 11th, so hopefully he's got even more juice rocking for that. But that's going to be a tough series.
Let me pull up the schedule right now
that's a 6:30 game, by the way. There's some weird. We got the funky schedule stuff came down from Canada and it made its way to Buffalo, which I feel like is perfect. Buffalo deserves to have the funky schedule too. If you're playing in Buffalo,
fellas, this is going to be tough, fellas. 3 at Buffalo, 3 at Philly, home for 3 against Atlanta, home for Tampa Bay, 4 at Washington.
Oh, we end at Washington.
Well, no, and then yeah. Unless does the regular season go into October at all? This is just
that's it.
Okay, yeah. So we wrap up with Sunday, September 27th at Washington.
Listen to this. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that are more than a game above 500. Everyone else is a game above 500. At 500 or below. Everyone's below because it's like the Dodgers just win 1 million games. They're 31-12. They have a 721 winning percentage. And then everyone is in the 500s or worse. It's crazy.
I would ordinarily say, like, look at the schedule. We don't face any teams over 500. But it's like just that number doesn't even like matter anymore. Like I said, you're going to have postseason teams who are under 500. If everybody's in that same boat, it doesn't matter. It's just going to – this is just a dogfight. It's just a sloppy – mess to find out who gets to basically get slaughtered by the Dodgers. But buckle up. By the way, Michael Conforto is gonna get paid. He is gonna get big bucks, and he deserves every fucking penny. And I sincerely hope it's from us and Uncle Steve. So
he's a Seattle boy. If he goes back to Seattle with Kalenic, I will lose my mind.
I didn't know that. That
he's from Washington.
That's you. Just look how that worked out for Robinson Cano. You can't do that. That's career suicide. Do not do that.
Maybe that's why Brody brought Cano in. Could you see that? If Brody's like, I brought Cano in so we could tell Conforto how much Seattle sucks and we'll never go there. I wouldn't put it past him. Seeing motherfucking Brody. I'll take it. If that's what he did, fine.
He's become so complete though. Like, he's throwing people out from the corners. He's making plays like he did today. He's hitting consistently. Like, this is the guy that I thought when they drafted him out of college that we were going to get instantly, which obviously is unrealistic. Takes you a couple of years, but he is locked in, and it looks like Major League Baseball is very easy for him right now.
And the clutch problem was always one that was glaring, and then he had that. I think he had either a walk-off or a game-tying home run a couple weeks ago. Started to come into his own there. And listen, a long time ago, a very famous tweet of mine that often gets cold takes exposed was Michael Conforto is better than Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is just tall. And there was a time where I looked certainly foolish about that. And I don't know anymore. Hang on to that one, Fred, because as time goes on and Aaron Judge is sitting on the bench and Michael Conforto is doing big things, maybe I end up being right on that one.
And the thing about Conforto that drives me the most nuts is all the haters out there, and not even the clutch stat, but all the other shit. It's like the guy had like the most, like he got a legit injury, came back as soon as he could, struggled as he was coming back. Like if you just wipe out all the times where he came back early, he's been fucking awesome every time else.
Factoring in, the Mets medical stuff where, you dislocate your shoulder swinging a bat, and they fuck around with where you play. I mean, he's overcoming his own team in a way, and he's doing it in a major way. Jeff McNeil just like continuing to do his thing no matter where we put him in the field.
We're going to kill that guy. We're going to kill our fucking batting champion second baseman in the outfield for no fucking reason. It's crazy. So we can get Robinson Cano and Edwin Diaz. It drives me nuts. Like that, you said that in the pregame, and then he went out and almost died in the fucking outfield tonight. And I was like, just fucking getting furious on my couch.
Yep. It's I'm looking at the box score here just to peep like everybody else.
Dom Smith leading the league in doubles.
I was gonna say, Dom Smith is he like a legit MVP candidate in a sense? I mean, I don't know, like obviously there's some guys who are just studs right now, but if you look at the true definition of value to your team and whatnot and what he's doing, he is, I mean, he's fucking unbelievable. I love the guy. He's always smiling. He's always hitting extra base hits. I can't get enough of him.
What Dom's biggest problem was this season? His team wouldn't fucking play him. That's the thing that's going to cause Dom MVP votes. They just didn't put him in the lineup for like fucking days at a time. It's craziness to me.
Can you imagine? I sound like a broken record. I said this all year.
Did you know Geico is now offering an extra 15% credit on car and motorcycle policy?
Both have these awesome fucking players who just like they wouldn't find a spot to play them with Clint Frazier and Dom Smith. But it just feels like the Mets are finally working in Dom. And it's a big reward every time they do so. But, man, as I talk through all this, it's like watching this bullpen and some of these starters, like as we go down the stretch here, and you got to give the ball to like Michael Wacha and Peterson, and then you got to hand the ball off to the Diaz's of the world. Part of me wants to just stay in Kunsalina. I just want to stay because it's going to be such a fucking stressful 2 weeks here. I'm not ready for it.
Edwin Diaz could have a 0.01 ERA. I'm just not going to feel confident with him coming in. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to be able to do it. Tonight, it worked out, but that could have gone really bad really quickly if that play isn't made at second. And I don't care how many swings and strikes he has. I don't care what strike he has. It's fucking terrifying with him. It's terrifying.
This is all I got right here, by the way. I got one of these head scratcher things. And it's just the only thing that brings me any sort of peace. Thoughts on Rosario losing his job? I mean, Rosario is an interesting case where he was kind of given all the slack in the world for a couple of years because, like, we had nothing fucking else. We had nobody really to play there. But, if you got good defense up the middle and things are clicking, you got to play the hot hand or in this case, like the steady hand in the field too. So sorry, Rosie. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Damn, he was batting 223 this year, huh? Shit. Fucking.
Dude, he even said it too. He's like, I'm willing to move to center.
Yeah, I mean that's where people just try to squeeze him in anywhere they possibly can. But with Michael Conforto batting 340, third in the NL at this moment. God, I love Scooter. The pieces are there, boys. The pieces are there. Will they all be put together? What's your official guess right now at the moment? Will we have egg on our face for the Consul? Will we get in? If we do get in, do we actually have? Do you think it's just like hey, we made it, but we got our doors blown off? What's your official prediction at the moment?
Kyle, what do you think?
I don't think we're gonna make it. I think that they just have too many issues late in the game. Yeah. Dude, like Wacha yesterday, they asked Rojas if he's going to take him out of the rotation, and he's like, "Who the fuck am I putting in the rotation?" Yeah. Like we just took it. We just took Matt's out. Gesellman just got put in a body bag. Like, who do you think I'm putting in that spot? And then Porcello comes out and shits the bed today. It's like we have two pitchers.
Bro,
and then
by the
third
way,
guy who's just like a roaming guy, like Peterson occasionally.
We did not talk about Ricky Two Freds. I mean, I said the dude was throwing batting practice, and then after that, he gave up 4 hits on 5 pitches. It was truly, genuinely just like, you get a hit, you get a hit, you get a hit. That was scary. You can't have that down the stretch in important games. I'm with you, Kyle. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be like a little too late sort of situation. And I think it's going to be haunts me because had they in recent years had they acquired that one extra guy or gone the extra mile or spent the extra money, maybe, God, could you imagine if we didn't go with Jed Lowry's dead body and went with a guy like LeMahieu, or if we hit on one of those signings, how different things would be right now? If you acquired one more pitcher, or if you didn't do the Diaz Cano trade, all of those things add up because they're going to end up missing the playoffs by like a game or something, and who knows what could have been.
It's literally just if Brody just doesn't touch this roster, it ends up being just fine. And you just give like average players everywhere else. Everything was fucking perfect the way it was lined up with the minors and all that shit. And Brody came in, was completely obliterated. You saw the tweet today. Anthony K, 2.45 ERA.
It was basically if Brody, if we still had the same rotation that Brody got rid of. Instead of what we acquired. Where is it? That was Omar Minaya fan, right?
Oh, I saw a different one. I saw it was just. I mean, it talked about which
rotation is better. Brody Van Wagenen's Mets is Waka with a 7.5 ERA, Porcello with a 5.5. This was coming in tonight, and then the ones he gave away: K with a 2.45, Dunn with a 4.09, Taylor with a 2.12 out of the pen, and Wheeler with a 2.47. I mean.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, Dunn is like 12 years old. He's like a baby and he's making peanuts. So he would probably just be in our bullpen right now, which would be a lot better than like Shreve and all these other fucking Chas and Shreve and all these. But I'm with you guys. Like, I don't want to just say they're not going to be the playoffs. I feel like they're going to do their Mets thing. They're going to keep us in as long as they possibly can. This is our last year with the Wilpons. They're going to go full Wilpon on us one more time. So just buckle up, enjoy the ascent up the roller coaster before the final crash, and just enjoy these next 2 weeks. We got 16 games left after tonight, Kyle?
Yep.
16 games left after tonight. We're going to go through it together. If we're going to crash, I might as well enjoy the ascent up before the descent down. So let's fucking enjoy it together. Drink a Coors Light.
Are you out of your fucking mind, Clem? First of all, I look like goddamn Ace Ventura, and we're one game in. Look at this fucking hair. We're one game into the 17-game stretch, and I'm already freaking out. I feel like this is the scene from 300 where he's like, "You will not enjoy this. This will not." That is. No, this is not going to be fun. We're not going to enjoy this together, Clem. We're going to suffer through this together, and we're going to end up falling short together, and we're going to curse the name of Brody Van Wagenen and the Wilpons one last time before the cavalry comes, because that's how the story has to be written. It has to go down that way, where we get one last heartbreak before the dawn of a new era. So, no, don't listen to Clem. It will not be fun. But listen to him and have your Coors Lights, because it will not be fun and you'll need your Coors Lights. So
we need something to chill. The beer that we
borrow for another. We're going to do 2 quickies per night. You'll get a pre and post game quickie from the Gotta Believe channel every single night here on out to close out the season, and we'll be
not tomorrow. No game tomorrow.
Right.
Full pod tomorrow.
Every time. Yeah, we get one breather tomorrow before we pedal to the metal. And then every night there's a game. You'll get 2 quickies from Gotta Believe, and we'll see where the chips fall, my man. I suppose you could, if you were so inclined, you could believe.
Gotta believe. Put it in the books.